last great decade to be a kid, you know? It's like we went and played outside. At the time, we didn't even tell our parents, man. They assumed it was safe. You know, they look outside, they see one maintenance guy, they figure, okay, fuck it, there's witnesses, whatever. It's like nowadays, you don't even see a kid outside unless you see his mom, like 3 feet behind him, just watching over everything he does, making sure he doesn't get exposed to soda or some guy's dick. That's like they're afraid of pedophiles, but they don't realize all the pedophiles are at home on the internet, because that's where the kids are. Well, back in the 90s, man, pedophiles went outside too. And they had to be slick, man. They had to be secret. The only reason more of us didn't get caught all the time is because we had so much energy. You see, parents forget that's what the soda was for. You had to be a fucking athlete to catch one of us. Even a fat kid could leave you in the dust and scale a fence. So pedophiles had to be sneaky, man. They had to wait, like perched around corners all day, just praying for a kid with asthma. Or they do that thing where they pretend to wipe down a car with a chloroform rag, just hoping some kid gets too close. You know, a car packed to the rim with Barbies and Super Nintendos. Well, the only reason all of us are outside is because our moms kept taking us out to clean the apartment. Even on bad days, man. Like I remember in Texas when, you guys know the Amber Alert system? Yeah, the little girl they named that system after, no shit. They found her body in the park across the street from where we live, and she still picked us out.
What the world?
It's like, hey, well, don't play by the tape, go play in the woods. Mijo, lightning doesn't strike twice, not in the same county, in the same hour. So we're all over the place, just unsupervised, playing on shit we're not even supposed to play on, like an old generator that could blow up at any moment, it's always shaking. We thought that'd be the best thing to use as a fort. As like the command center. I mean, come on, it has its own self-destruct sequence. You just kick the shit out of it for 10 minutes. If we're not doing that, we're playing tackle football in a parking lot. And you knew somebody got hurt. You knew somebody got hurt because then out of nowhere there's like 30 kids outside one door. Now mom comes outside and you got every kid in the whole neighborhood out there making this face. Giving them the kid that was either going too fast or flying something he probably should have just walked away from. And we're always adding lines like, "You got so much air!" But what's worse than that is when blood is involved, because then we don't deliver anything. It was like 30 kids delivering a heads up of where we left his ass. Like imagine being a mom going outside, and like I said before, every kid in the neighborhood is outside your apartment door, except for your kid. And everybody's making this face. Fucking, all you hear is like one kid mutter, "Face down, parking lot F." And I think what sucks about kids though is like, dude, kids can't deliver bad news. Like they assume that all grown-ups can just handle anything, so they don't put a filter on anything. So the mom would come outside and we'd just straight up tell them like, "Look, you know how the mufflers stick out kind of far in the Oldsmobiles? Well, Ricky's face kind of landed on one, but we couldn't get the ball out of his hands, so technically that counts as a winning touchdown." Yeah. "Shut up, Bobby! You guys lost because you suck!" Anyways. Yeah, so you probably want to go get him off the pavement before the sun heats that thing up. And then and then the mom freaks out and tries to blame it on you guys. And it's like demanding to know why you didn't bring her kid back there. And your only response is like, "Look, man, I'm sorry, but coming home covered in blood that's not mine is at the top of my mom's shit list. If I just walk into the apartment with blood all over my brand new hand-me-downs, tracking it on the carpet, I might as well just flip her off on the way in. I mean, either way, I'm gone. I'm just saying, I'm not going to be the second kid to get hurt today. I'm going to be the first kid to get fucking murdered by his own mom. So anyways, so it's starting to get kind of cold out there, which means cold toilet seats are coming back. Of course, by cold out there, I mean, 3 random ass days in the middle of March, or the beginning of March, not all winter. But anyways, cold toilet seats are so bad. Like they just remind you of how cold life is when you try to sit down and take a shit, and it sticks to your ass, and you jump up, but it's still stuck to your ass. So you just kind of slam it up and down, and they're so bad that the opposite is worse. You'd think a warm toilet seat would feel better, but it doesn't. It feels creepy as fuck. Like, dude, I love being warmed by blankets and campfires, not leftover ass. Dude, I remember in high school, I used to do so much acid to the point where anytime I was exposed, I had to check my surroundings to make sure I was really there. Like, you know, I'm taking a shit in the middle of the school stall. I got to make sure I'm really in that stall and not just shitting in the middle of the classroom. You know, God forbid it's warm toilet seat, because then I think I'm shitting in the fat kid's lap. So I take the minibus to work. I'm part of the minibus. Anybody take the minibus? So the minibus is like, dude, it comes and picks you up. It's like any random vehicle that can take more than 3 people. They will take this thing and spray paint it white, install a ghetto little bus lever door on it, and then you get inside, and it's like, it's a gutted interior, and any random bench or seat they can find and spot weld to the bottom, they'll do it. I swear to God, I've seen a stolen bus stop bench in that thing one time. Like that driver got too close to the sidewalk and knocked it off. Like, pick it up, put it in the back. And you're sitting on this thing, you're like, okay, it's welded, whatever. But then he turns, and the whole back lifts up. It's like they only welded the front. And these guys, they're either going 15 miles an hour or they're going like 55. Just speeding through that shit like there's a bomb on the bus that's going to go off if he slows down. Like, and tell him that's your stop. He thinks you tuck and roll on the way off. And then as you're sitting there, you're looking at all the random things under the seats. It's like, you know, the guy's rusty toolbox or, you know, his lunch. I think the weirdest thing I've ever seen was 2 cones and a flare gun. The fuck is he ever going to use that flare gun for? Like a tire's going to pop, he's going to get out, put the cones down. Somebody help me! Fuck, bro. Other than, dude, like, when you're on the one that's going like 55 miles an hour, everybody that's on the bus appreciates each other. You know, because we know if this thing gets hit, bro, you're fucking die. You know, it doesn't matter. You sit on with some lady holding a picture of her kids up the whole time. Dude, that's like one of the most embarrassing ways to die, man. Paramedics pulling your body out, you're covered in rusty screwdrivers. Fucking the driver's lunch, you're covered in, you got applesauce all over your face. Fuck. Alright. Alright, I got one more. So a friend of mine bought a tough book. It's a laptop that's impact resistant. Impact resistant is a fancy word for you're going to watch your friend throw this on the ground over and over again like an asshole and turn it on. Just to prove a point. So we're on the Metro Mover platform. He's still talking about it, and I know at some point he's going to throw it on the ground again. So I just barely dared him, like, yo, why don't you try throwing it off the platform? I don't even finish my sentence. It's like, Toma! He throws it off, and it goes past the tracks all the way down into the parking lot. And we're just watching this thing drop, and drop, and drop. And like right before it's about to hit the ground and explode into 100 pieces, the guy that balls the nudge me and go like, yo, I'll take you $10, I can still turn it on. And then some guy catches it. It just starts running down the street with it. There's nothing he can do but freak out because the only escalator at the stop is going up. So we're just watching this guy make it to his car, get in, not pay for parking, and just cut. You know, in a moment like that, you're obligated to make your friend feel better, man. So I'm just like, hey, man, hey, I'll take you $10, you can still turn it on.
Cody Reyes, don't have a lot of fucking fun doing this shit, but we gonna ride with Cody, man. Third party to the square, please. As they proceed, I've been handing the CD.